My name's Tyler Coles, born and raised in Hamilton, Ontario, 29, and current student at Toronto Film School. My love of film didn't really come until I was in my early 20s when I was in the Mohawk program, the Communication, Media, and Broadcasting, the television one. But all through high school I was in like metal shop and woodworking, and I've been a line cook for 9 years, so I've always enjoyed making stuff, like either be on film, something for someone to eat, or with metal. What made me interested? Well, it has to be like between the going through the Mohawk program and also some of the movies I've watched over the last 10 years. Like I was really into the Star Wars movies, the Star Trek movies, and some of the old 80s slasher films like John Carpenter's Halloween, Wes Craven's Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, those types of movies where, yeah, they were slasher flicks, but they still have like that moment of suspense and they more psychologically scared you. Why I choose the Toronto Film School? Well, interesting story behind that. I was just sitting in the kitchen at one of my cooking jobs, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? So I was going through the internet and I stumbled across Toronto Film School, gave them a shout out, and here I am now. Well, I want to enhance my skills on camera operating and editing. I feel like I did a little more improvement on my editing skills with some of the teachers there, like Dan. But also I hope to maybe learn some new positions, like get better at audio. When I graduate, I'd love to become an editor or possibly a camera operator, and maybe within maybe in 10 years or so, work my way up to like a creative position like director of photography or possibly director. I did do a lot of television work for Cable 14, the local cable network for Hamilton, and I did a lot of sporting events for Mohawk College, McMaster University, and some of the other local teams in the city, like the Hamilton Bulldogs when they were affiliated with the AHL. What were my memories of doing the sports? I had a ball. I loved doing it, but my cooking jobs got in the way, so I kind of pushed that aside. And when I came across Toronto Film School, before that I was getting kind of miserable at the time because I couldn't go out filming much anymore, and I was just like going from one cooking job to the next cooking job. I got a big interest in sports. I'm a huge fan of football, hockey, and wrestling. Like I got the Hamilton Tiger Cats I love, and I have had season tickets for 3 seasons now. Huge NHL fan. And of course, I've just started watching independent wrestling, and one of my favorite organizations is Alpha One Wrestling. Well, I'd like to maybe like film wrestling events, especially Alpha One here. I'm a huge fan of theirs. Del Bruno is like one of my favorite wrestlers, and that would be a great thing to do. So I could incorporate my love for wrestling as well as my passion for film.